Hello and welcome to the Endtimes TCG, and today I hit you with hot stuff. What hot stuff? I will show you in a second. Let me take take what? Let me show you some notes. Lord of the Rings, The Professor, Isengard. I did all this. I should put a completed behind them. Then I was thinking again, always the same stuff, but hold on. I will show you cool stuff in a second. So, 80s, 90s movies. I know I'm cooking for a year, but good things need time to cook. And I'm just a guy with in a basement. I'm not in the basement, but I'm prepping up some Werewolf games for a local store. They want to sell my stuff. Then I'm prepping up something for shipping. And I'm also prepping up, as you can see, different drawings to draw big and other stuff. So a lot of stuff going on. And Rudy is right. A guy or girl or a person should go all in on this game. Still, when I made this game, you can watch it. It took me only 33 days to draw them all. So I'm not concerned about drawing this stuff, which this is back in 2014, 15, like my skills are now way better. So I don't worry about that. What I worry about, well, really nothing. Just trying to survive my life. And making a good game. Making a good game so that the product will sell itself. When I show somebody this and they have it in their hand, they say, like, I don't have to say nothing. The product sells itself. So this is what I'm trying to do with this, even if I am a guy in a basement. Sure, I don't have yet the distribution, but let's think about it. Let's say you can print it out and then you have the card here. It's like a magic card right there. And then maybe there's some watermarks here so that you then cannot copy and scan it and whatever. And then you can play it with your friend. And you say, hey, did you hear of that new Endtimes TCG? It's really cool. It's like 80s, 90s movies. It's like Sylvester Stallone, Rambo. It's like Gina Davis from the movie where she plays a killer, and Samuel L. Jackson and Bloody Shit and The Fly. And you say, okay, where do I get it? And you say, well, right now it's in development, but we can print it out, put it in sleeves and play. Bam! There is your League of Legends free-to-play moment. I was there back in 2009 when free-to-play, when League of Legends was launched. And I was there when Path of Exile was in closed beta. And I considered, oh, can you make this character a bit more like the League of Legends character or the Dota 2 character? And they did. So I'm not a nobody, even though nobody knows me right now. But small things can become really big, like Amazon and Jeff Bezos, or conflicts, or this game. But they have humble beginnings. So what did I wanted to show you? Well, Diablo II, I have not yet carved out the time to just make some proxies so you can play with them or I can play with them, but I will make it really soon. This is my calendar. It's not painted up yet, but I will, as you know. And like, imagine the Diablo II Necromancer, but a bit more in the 90s, 80s. We need some leather. He needs to be a scum on the road of dirty, dusty streets. And passive, when a living creature dies on the battlefield, create a 0/0 corpse token. Yeah, it's very magic style, but come on. There's World of Warcraft TCG, there's Flesh and Blood, there's a bunch of TCGs. The Endtimes TCG will tell me how I need to make it, and then that's how I will make it. And it's kind of like my origins. Like it's Magic the Gathering mixed with the MOBA genre, which it wasn't called. It was League of Legends. It was Heroes of New Earth. It was Dota 2, Warcraft, and also, as you can see up there, like right there, besides the Tyrannosaurus Rex, there is Hordes and War Machine, and also like Kill Team and those games, as you can see there on my bed, Bretonia, and underneath that. So it's tabletop meets the MOBA genre meets card game. And sometimes they have a passive, so this would be the passive of the Necromancer, like in Diablo 2. And Diablo 2 will be a reference. I know Rudy said, like, oh, Flesh and Blood is the Diablo 2. No, man. This will be. I don't know how. Do not know when, but I will. I have a bunch of sealed product. I will sell it all, and then I will print it, and then I will partner up with somebody who has money, and then we will play it. And before we do that, we will just print it out. Like really simple. Like keep shit simple. And then he will raise definitely some, I don't know, maybe not some skeleton corpse. Like I don't want to cookie cutter steal it from Diablo 2, but just to get the flavor right, just to get the feeling right. Can't focus. Okay. Create a skeleton from a corpse token for one. I don't know which abilities. Maybe the magical people will have like mana. We will have a bunch of resources, a bit like in Pokemon, not like in Magic, just the 5 fixed. Like this guy will, like if he creates a golem, maybe like in Diablo, he needs an item to create it. And then it's just a generic cost, or maybe if it's a blood golem, he has to pay life. We'll see about that, but just generic mana is for me a bit too... I don't know, we need at least 2 or 3 resources, like recipes, like in the MOBAs. I like that one better, because otherwise it makes the card game like really flawed. But yeah, and then he ultimates, and then maybe you can flip him. So... let me show him. I was watching the other day The Fly by David Cronenberg. Good Lord, what a movie. I mean, I love David Cronenberg. I love John Carpenter. The old movies just look different. I don't know if it's like digital. Digital is cool. I mean, but come on. I studied movies. I went to movie school, and just the movie grain, the movie cameras, this, I don't know, 32 millimeters, it just looks motherfucking different. It looks better. It doesn't look like I was watching, up there is Arnold. I was watching Predator 1, and just movies shot on real film. It's different than the digital shit. It's just, I don't know. And you can see that they're all doing, I don't know. You know what I mean? It just looks different. And this movie, they used like real puppets, real blood, real splatter, like in the Thing from John Carpenter. Like the stuff holds up like almost 50 years later, and it looks great. And it's no CGI blood, and oh, good Lord! Like, and then I have a teleportation chamber. Major influence. I should write down here. The Thing too, but of course. And then I was watching The Lord of the Rings, and The Lord of the Rings is like also a movie that's now almost 20 years old, and good Lord, does the movie look good? And it also makes sense. It's made with like real freaking brain and sense and love. Near Dark Vampires, Cherry from Robert Rodriguez Grindhouse. Like, I found my style. I was watching From Dusk Till Dawn, And I really was struggling with myself, like, this TCG, and do we need dragons and fantasy? No, man, I don't need that. Here, this is where we are in the end times. And then yesterday came to me the good old shovel. And as you can see, this will be like, hopefully, the thumbnail picture for the video, the good old shovel. It will be cheap, it will be good, it will get the job done, and it will be common. And also a thing I want to fight, like in Flesh and Blood, if you don't have the mythic item number 1, then you can go home. Fuck that shit. No, man. This is a game about normal human beings fighting against cosmic evil and evil bigger than themselves and still prevail. This is a game about the human spirit. I don't know if the shovel will win you the game. Probably not, but it will get the job done. So I was thinking, what can I do with a shovel? If you have strength 5 or greater, which I don't know yet where the strength is going, if it's 0 to 10 and 5 is like you're getting beefy, I will check that out. But if you have a lot of strength, add 2 damage to the shovel. And the damage was here, but then the durability, I guess I will switch it like damage here, durability, because if you're hitting something, like the shovel needs to break at a certain freaking point. And if you have dexterity 5 or more at 1 attack, so maybe you can attack twice and deal a lot of damage with the shovel. We will see. I don't have the mechanics all down yet, but they will because yeah. And then head and body, maybe you can take blows to certain things. So you have the items, but the items are not just items, they are toolkits. Or chess pieces, maybe like in Dota, Hon, Warcraft 3, or in a tabletop game. So yeah, and then I was thinking, okay, but if you have that, you maybe need also the big freaking sword from the Demon Lord. And yeah, this sword will be good, and it will be expensive, and it will be rare, and it will do the job too. Sort of the Fallen Frost King, kind of from Warcraft 3, big magical sword. But yeah, this was what I was writing down, and here I was having some thoughts about the Bard class, League of Legends champions, Darkest Dungeon, the Leper with his fatty. Here I was thinking about fatty swords made of stone, like Hellboy, the King's Guard, or the Leper from Dungeon, how do you call it, the Darkest Dungeon, or from Scorn, the Immortals. So maybe you have a big freaking sword like Guts, and would reach to, I don't know yet how it all fits together, but we will come to that. And now I should have only almost made a separate video, but I guess I will timestamp it down below. So should I do a separate video? Yeah, come on, let's do a separate video. Part 2.